Hey, welcome to Spirit Soul Sense Information for Your Soul, Car Edition. I was thinking last week and this week about being in your 70s and 80s, and what do you want your life to look like? How do you want it to end? What do you want to say that you've accomplished in this life? I think relationships, interpersonal interactions are like the most important thing. We are social beings, and so it's really important, I think, to have healthy and happy relationships with the people who are in your life. If you do not do the personal work on yourself to grow and evolve, because I think that's what we're meant to do here. I think we're here for our souls to evolve, and I think relationships, especially intimate, long-term, serious relationships, are for the evolution of your soul. And if you stay stuck, if you do not heal the wounds of childhood, if you do not analyze your triggers, figure out what it is inside of you that makes you upset, frustrated, irritable, if you are in toxic cycles with other people, and I know some people don't know they're in a negative cycle, but if you know you're in this negative cycle with other people, that you are not happy, really, that you're not really experiencing the joy, like, start the work. Start the work, because you do not want to be in your 70s and your 80s miserable. Like, you don't want to be miserable. Jeez, I mean, the people who are living their best life say it always gets better. It keeps getting better the older you get. I think the older you get, the more opportunity you have to be even closer and closer to God. So, like, 70s, 80s, you don't want to be miserable. And I'm just thinking, because I was in an abusive relationship. I've talked about it on my channel before, like very in-depthly, right? I didn't know that it was abusive, right? But then once I realized it was abusive, I couldn't unsee the emotional and verbal abuse. And the thing about it was, even though the relationship got better, like healthier, even though it got better, it really was not healthy. It never got to the level of being healthy. And that could have continued indefinitely. I think we see time and time again with celebrities how unhealthy relationships are so popular in the celebrity culture. Like, that is what the media constantly reports on, the highs and lows of these relationships that are essentially toxic, and at their worst, like, completely abusive. There's even physically abusive relationships that people are glamorizing or not realizing is really, really toxic, and the people inside of them are very, very unhappy. It's not a model to live your life. But if you are in an abusive relationship and it's toxic and it's not changing, and you've been hoping that they'll change and trying this and trying that, and it's not working, I'm telling you, there are people in their 70s and 80s in toxic, unhealthy, unhappy relationships. I am currently reading a book called Boundaries in Marriage. I forgot the name of the authors, but I'll add. And they give the examples of two couples who have been together 50 years. I'm not even halfway through the book, so this is like an early example that they give. Two couples that have been married for over 50 years. Because numbers really mean nothing if the quality of your relationship is trash. These are people in their 70s and 80s who are unhappy together, have a toxic, unhealthy, unhappy, unjoyful relationship, but are still together. There are lots of people who are together just to say they're together. Is that the life you want? Is what I'm asking. Because I know it's not what I want. Like, I really, really, really want happy, healthy relationships. I want to experience as much joy and peace as possible with the people I interact with the most. Like, I want to be kindest the most to the people I'm closest to. Everything else is for the birds. I'm not doing it. I'm telling you, when I'm in my 70s and 80s, because I want to live to be 110. When I'm in my 70s and 80s, I'm going to be so full of joy. The people who are in my life are going to love me, and not just in words, in action, because I think love is an action word. They're going to love me. I'm going to feel the love, and I'm going to love the people in my life. I'm not going to be miserable when I'm in my 70s and 80s. I'm going to look back on my life and be so thankful and so grateful, and just so inspired on the inside about all the things that I accomplished, all the people that I touched, all the people that I love, that I get to show how much I love them. how much of the legacy I'm leaving for my family. That this is an example of the kind of life you can live that's thorough. That's not perfect, because I'm not perfect, I'm human. That's thorough. It's full of joy, full of peace, living the best life with some of the best people, okay? Don't wait until your 70s and 80s to get it. Especially if you're watching my video. Like, sign up for the course, research the therapist, purchase the book, get the journal, write in it, talk to someone you love and care about, do all the things. Because how much will it harm you, really, to get past the pain, to push past the challenges, the road bumps, to get to the most you, like the best version of yourself that will continue to increase. Like, I'm at Shareece 2.0 now, I think. Peace level 10,000. But if you do the work, when you do the work, you will reap the benefits of joy and peace. And when you're in your 70s and 80s, the evolution never stops, but you will be even more joyous. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, share this video with someone you think it may help, and thank you for watching.